Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Copycat Ram. This is Ram and today I have brought another video for you. In this video we are going to learn about useState hooks in React. So without any further delay, let's begin. So first of all, let us understand what is hooks in React. So actually React is nothing but a JavaScript function, but hooks inside the React are the special function that has been written by React developer, and each hooks has its own different purpose. Like useState is used for different purpose and useEffect is used for different purpose. So in today's video we are going to focus on the useState hooks. So mainly useState function is used to store some data. So it may be some initial data or it is also maybe some action data. So how we can use this? So to use this, first we need to just declare or initiate the useState function just like this, and you need to make sure that you have imported the useState from the React. So actually useState can accept some initial data. It may be of any type, it may be a string, it may be a number or an object. So let us assume that here I want to initially set it as 0. That's it. You just need to initiate the function and you need to set a initial value. Including this, you need to know that useState also returns something at the end. So we know that every functions have some logical things inside it and at the end it returns something. So like that, here useState also return us something, but here useState return us in the form of an array. So at the end it going to return us an array, and this array will contain two data. The first data will be the value of the state. Yes, this will be the value of the useState that we have set. So right now here I have set 0. So in the first place of the array we have the value as 0, and the second will be a function. So what this function will do? This function is used or help us to update or mutate the useState initial value. Like just assume that we want to change this 0 to 1. So to change this 0 to 1, we need to use the second parameter, or you can say the second things of the useState that it returns to manipulate or change the value inside the useState. So right now let me comment it down. So what we have learned till now, useState is a function and it returns something in the form of array, and this array have maximum of 2 data. So let us here use a data destructuring method inside the React component to get all these two things. So what I am going to do here I am going to declare a const and I am taking the array equal to useState, because we know that at the end it's going to return us some array and it's going to return 2 data. So I can name it anything, because here I am destructuring the data that I am going to receive from the useState. So here I am going to name it as count and set count. So here count will be the value, or it will be equal to the value of the useState, and the set count will be a function that will be help us to mutate or change the value of the useState. So let us assume that I want to print this 0 inside my component. So what I can do, I just have to use this component or this variable here like this. So now if I save it, then you will see the changes on the screen. Right now you can see on 0. If I do this as 10 and save it, then you will be able to see 10 on the screen, because here I have printed the count variable that I am named or extracted from the useState. Now let us here create a button. So here I have created a button and I want to attach a function on click that will be executed, and on this execution I want to increment the value of the useState. So right now it is 10, 9. On the click I want to update it to 11, and if I click it again then it will be turned to 12. So on click, what here I'm going to do, here I am going to call on click function, and here again I am going to call a callback function. So for that, what I'm going to do here, I am going to call the increment function. So let me here create the function, and as I told you that to update the useState we generally use the second things from the array, and here set count is that function that we will use to mutate the useState data. So what here I'm going to do, here I'm going to set count and going to do like this, count plus 1. Now let me save it. Now we have the INC button on the screen. Now what will happen if I click on it? So let us click. So as soon as I clicked on this, the number has been incremented by 1. Now if I click one again, click again, it keep incrementing on each click. So here the count is used to print the data and the set count was used to mutate the data. This is how we use useState. Now before going further, let me give you some of the important tips that you should know. First thing is that the useState always should be in the component at the top level. You cannot declare it inside a condition or inside any kind of block. For the example, let us assume that you have written some condition. If the condition is true, then you want to initiate the useState hooks. Now if you save it, then you will find an error on the screen that say React useState is called conditionally. React host must be called in the same exact order in every component render. That means you cannot initiate useState inside any kind of block or any kind of condition. Do useState is same as we have different variable like var, let, const inside a plain JavaScript? So let me answer that. It is somehow same, but somehow it is different. So right now let me show you same thing, same example just by declaring a simple JavaScript variable. So for that, what I am going to do here, first I am going to comment down the useState, and here I was going to take let count equal to 10. Now inside the function, what I am going to do here, I am going to increment the count variable by 1. And to understand whether this variable is updating or not, here what I am going to do, here I am going to console log this count just before the changes as well as after the changes. So now let me save, go to the browser and let me open the console so that we can see the changes. So now I am clicking on the button. Now we can see that previously it was 10 and now it is 11. Now if I click it again, now we have the previous value as 11 and the after value is 12. So we can see in the console that the value of the variable is changing on each click. It is working same like as the useState, but the major difference is that the changes is not appearing on the screen. Why? Because we know that React always update its changes by re-rendering the component, and this Re-rendering power is only have to this useState hook. This is the main difference, that useState have the power to re-render the component. It have the special algorithm. Here we can do the same thing with these plain variable that we have inside the JavaScript, but the disadvantage is that this does not help to re-render the component, and that's why we do not have the updated value on the screen. Hopefully now you have understand what is the difference between the normal JavaScript variable and the useState. You really found this video helpful, please do not forget to like the button and share the video. Also, if you still have any doubt or you have any question, please comment down in the comment section. I will try to answer all of your questions in my next video. Thank you for watching.